Hey guys, and welcome to JaysAndKays. What we've got here today is a Casio GShock GD400, and I've had some inquiries. Guys have asked if this model is compatible with our JaysAndKays GShock strap adapters, and unfortunately the answer has been no, but fortunately, and in my opinion, you don't need them, and I'm going to tell you why I say that. I'm going to swap this stock strap with some other strap like a two-piece nylon we've got down here, this ZULU style guy there, the black and red stripe. But anyway, in order to do that, we need to take off this original strap, and what Casio uses on this particular model is they've got screw bars that are passing through on either side. So you can see the slotted head screws that we're going to be working with there on the side. So let's get a couple screwdrivers and let's get that off. So let's start with one side here, and these screws, by the way, have a very narrow slot on them, so if you've got some jeweler's screwdrivers or something like that, you're probably going to be good to go, because these are really tiny, thin, although the screw heads aren't that small, the slot on the screws are pretty narrow. But anyway, with that being said, here you go. I've got one loosened up right now, so let me go ahead and finish that up with my fingers. I'll go ahead and unthread it just with my fingers. Okay, so there's one of the screws. I'll set that down there, and then the screw bar itself, let's go ahead and poke that through. There we go. Poke that through, so we can take that off. So now we just can pop the strap in right off the watch. There you go. Now, one thing I'm going to show you, it's going to be important, is you see that little shiny thing here? Well, there is a sleeve that's being used to hold these two pieces together. Let me go ahead and press that, or push that out. I'll nudge it out here with my screwdriver. There you go. We're going to use that. So I'm going to set that down. And there's an accent piece here. If I pull this away, you see this accent piece. We're going to use that too. So I'm going to take that off. We've got a keeper loop and a buckle in the way though. So let me go ahead and pop that buckle off and take these, remove them from the strap end so I can show you how to take that accent piece off. There's the buckle, and I'm going to get the spring bar out for the buckle. Some of this is probably old hat for you guys. There's the tongue and our keeper loop. Okay, so here's what I'm trying to get to, is this accent piece. So we'll slide that out from the strap, set the strap down, but this is what we're going to use again as well. So I'll set that down over here. So that's one side off. Let's get to the other side. For you guys who don't do a lot with screws, just a reminder that it is righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So it is clockwise to tighten the screws, and counterclockwise, or anti-clockwise as my European friends say, to loosen them up. So let me get it started, at least loosen it with the screwdrivers. It's easier for me just to finish it with my fingers, so I got that far. Let me unscrew it with my fingers. So this is our second half of the strap. There's the screw bar, and here's our screw. Let's pull this off. This one's going to be easier to take that accent piece off because we don't have the buckle and the keeper loop to contend with. But oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to take that sleeve out. Let me go ahead and poke that guy out. There it is. Set that down. Now we can pull these apart, just pry them apart, and then slide it right off the strap. Okay? All right, so here's our second accent piece. Now here's where it gets a little tricky. Now, the gap right here between these sidewalls is about 26 millimeters. This is a little bit bigger. You could put a 26 millimeter strap straight in there, reinstall the screw, and you'd be good to go. Or you could put a 24 in there and you'll have a little bit of slop. I don't prefer that. I don't like the way it can move side to side. But I prefer my 24s. I don't like the width of the 26 millimeter strap. So that's why I'm going to go with this accent piece, which is going to pick up that slop I talked about. So we can look at which way this strap is oriented. Here's the back side with the fold, the stitch, and the seam. So let's put that facing away from this logo here. Slide this back through into the accent piece. Okay. And here's where that sleeve we pulled out before is going to come in handy. We're going to need to line this up and insert that sleeve in there to lock these two parts together. And this is the tricky part. So you got to get it started. Okay, there I did. I'll just go ahead and push this down, try to drive it all the way in. All right, we got pretty close already. You may need to tug on your strap a little more to help with the alignment, but we're pretty close. So, like I said, this is the tricky part of it, I think. just getting it to align on both sides. But there we go. It's not too terrible. So you can kind of see it right there. And you can see it right there. So we've got that set up. Now here's our non-buckle end. We're going to put that on the 6 o'clock side of the watch. So let's just go ahead and drop that guy right in there. Okay. All right, it's in. Now we need our screw bar again. Oh, it's not fully seated. There we go. Let's get our screw bar. Pass it through. And then here's the screw to reinsert. And I'll just snug these down for now so we can move on to the other side real quick while you guys are watching. Well, there you go. All right, so we've got one side replaced. Let's move on to the other side. So we're going to do this the same way, except with the first half of that strap, I passed it through, but because of the rings on the buckle, or the buckle rings on the strap, I can't do that. So I'm just going to have to pass it this way through, go in the opposite direction, essentially. It's a tight fit, but it'll go through. So push that down far enough, feed it through far enough so that we can be able to align it, align the holes of this accent piece with the opening on the strap. So it'll take a little bit to get this sorted out. Sometimes I use my screwdriver just to poke it in and kind of help align everything. So let me see if I can get this through. I need to pull a little bit more. There we go. The problem is this nylon is always so stiff, so it's a challenge sometimes. See if I can get it down and just push it through. No, not yet. Okay, almost there. But this one's a bit. Okay, so we've got that second part in. Let's look at it. You can see the sleeve is installed, and that's holding this accent piece and the strap together. So let's go ahead and put that into to the watch on the 12 o'clock side. So we'll lock that guy in right there. All right, we'll grab our screw bar, pass it through, and of course, screw it down. So now we've got our other strap half installed. I'll just go ahead and snug that down here real quick. And there you go. We have now just removed that stock strap and we have replaced it with a two-piece ballistic nylon strap. So our GD400 is now equipped with something pretty robust here, and you got screws holding that guy in and it's not going to go anywhere. So I hope this helped for you guys who are looking for a solution to replacing that stock Casio strap with one of these nylon straps. This should be good to go for you. Send me some messages if you got any other questions. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.